So I think looking at where we came out from, we wouldn't have expected that such a person would be where he is right now. But he did not stop at where he was coming from. Where we grew up from was not a determinant of where we actually were going to. So that's why I made that first statement that your background, you might not have a choice about your background. You didn't choose your parents. You just gave birth to you. You never chose where you would live as a child. That was as a responsibility of your parents. But growing up, you should have a vision. You know what you want to become. Even though circumstances might try to limit you. That's why I said you don't look at your limitations. But you strive. This is what I want to become. And with God's backing anyway, you are able to get there. So irrespective of the kind of background that you have, that's talking about visions right now. When you talk about background, you could divide into so many things. But don't let me take all the gist. Let's give room for JT and Adeshola. Let's hear what they have to say as well.
Good.
Okay, well, thank you very much, SJ. I did not say I want to beg to differ, but I'm going to break your sentence into two. So one is, the question is, if the background actually determines the future,
can you rise?
And can you rise? Now, the second one, if you can actually rise, I can agree to that you can rise. But you see that determine, I want to break it to. As a poor man, it comes as an inspiration. Motivational speakers will come forward and tell you that, you rise from grass to grace and all that. That we know. But I'm going to speak from the realities of life. And that is, if you're coming from a very rich background, to some extent, it determines your future.
Sure.
You can't tell me from the son of Dangote now that it will not open doors for me. What is going to take a poor man 100 miles? It's going to take him, God knows, 5 years. It will take somebody from a very rich background just a few months.
Sure.
And it's there.
Sure.
So, how will you now tell me it doesn't determine the future? To some extent, I feel it determines the future. It's only easy for you to say it doesn't determine when you are poor, when you're coming from a poor background. If you're coming from a very rich background, to some extent, that family background will open doors for you. It will make things come easy for you.
Sure.
It makes people want to do business with you. Just your name could open doors. When people hear you're from a particular family, they want to interact with you, they want to do business with you. A name, household, it's a brand on its own. So to some extent, it determines your prosperity, it determines your future, it determines where you're going to get to. And I would like to hold on to that. But if it's coming from a poor background, of course we want to encourage them and make them know that fine, you can rise. But it's who is on the ground that can rise. Who is not on the ground, he does not need to rise. He's already up. Let's say the truth. When you rise, you rise.
Please, I know sugar coat.
I have exceptions to what JT just said.
You know the thing about Nigeria, we keep padding things. Let us please pad this thing. Say the way
it is.
It's not padding.
We're just padding it. Just for
Can I
people
chip
to
in
feel
something?
better. Yes.
Do you know one of the reasons why people go for private school that are quite expensive now? It's because they want their children to connect. That's the reality.
Sure.
So the reason why you're paying so much for schools at times, it's not because you feel their school is the best. It's because you're looking at the kind of people your children is going to meet in that school. So the kind of friends you're going to build up for your kids right from childhood. Not conductors, not drivers. If you have those ones as friends, that can determine your future to some extent.
I know, right?
But if you have people, CEOs, their sons and all that, people that are business moguls, you can imagine what that will do, what kind of influence it's going to have on your kid. And of
More
course,
like our
turn around on
exposure
the family.
determines our reality.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so in my own opinion, I don't think your background should determine your future. Because they've spoken from the perspective of a poor child and a privileged child. And we also know that sometimes poverty can push you. It can give you a drive that, I want to be successful, I want to be. And we've seen a lot of privileged children who they abuse the privilege. You see them, they don't even have purpose, some of them, because they feel like they get everything on a platter. And so, if you are not careful, your background will not determine your future. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as an individual, you need to be intentional. Because if your father is a billionaire, you need to work twice as hard.
Dearest viewers, welcome to another episode of Gist with Pankie. And today the topic is hot, and very important to all household. And I would like you to just sit there and move with me. And don't doubt me, I have the most intelligent people in this room today with me. Here we have the female, super gorgeous Sheifumi Fakunle, aka SJ.
Thank you, Pankie.
And to our left is my brother, a man of God, Joseph Thomas, aka Jetty for
Thank
sure.
you very much for having me, Pankie. Thank you so much.
Welcome to this room.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to hear all you have to say. I can't wait to learn. Every time I see you, I see knowledge, packed full of them.
Your God is knowledge.
Thank you for touching lives.
Thank you.
I'm just like very excited that you are here with me today.
It's good to be here.
I've been looking for you now.
It's good to be here. It's good
Glad
to
you are
finally be
finally here.
Finally be here.
And of course, Dishola's Diary.
Hello,
Beautiful
Pankie.
smile as always. Hi, Dishola.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm fine.
To God be the glory. Hello,
I
viewers.
bless God.
Yeah, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I
It's good to
bless
be back.
God. Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
to be back here. And today, the topic is hot, but very important. When I say very important, I mean extremely important. So I welcome you all to this room. And as we always do, that you guys are aware too, this podcast is in 3 segments. So should we dive in or jump in into the first segment already?
Let's dive
Let's
in.
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Let's go. First segment. Does your background determine your future? Or can you truly rise beyond your circumstances? Should I go over that again?
Hmm.
Very,
That's deep.
This sounds
Very
very
deep.
interesting.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. Don't miss this.
This sounds very interesting. Let's go.
Does your background determine your future? Or can you truly rise beyond your circumstances?
That's quite deep
Very.
and interesting. Can your background determine your future? I don't think so. Your background shouldn't determine your future. Yeah, your background is something that you might not have a choice over, but your future, you have to be responsible for it in a way. So I don't think your background should determine your future. It shouldn't. Where you are coming from shouldn't be a limitation to where you can actually rise to. My thoughts
Would that be all?
for now.
Do you have some experience you want to share to back what you just said up?
Well, I could. It might not be a personal experience, but then from every facet of life, I've met people, and I am sure there's a friend of mine that we grew up together in the same area, and we were still so fortunate that where we stayed, you can say, okay, we have gates and all of that, but they grew up in what we call this face me and face you, and today I can tell you that it's someone that I'm so proud that we had a childhood together. I think it's an ambassador to UN nations or whatever. But looking at where he came out from, when we sit down and we look at where we came from, we are always like, to God be the glory. So I think looking at where we came out from, you wouldn't have expected that such a person would be where he is right now. But he did not stop at where he was coming from. Where we grew up from was not a determinant of where we actually were going to. So that's why I made that first statement that your background, you might not have a choice about your background. You didn't choose your parents. He just gave that to you. You never chose where you would live as a child. That was as a responsibility of your parents. But growing up, you should have a vision. You know what you want to become. Even though circumstances might try to limit you. That's why I said you don't look at your limitations, but you strive that this is what I want to become, and with God's backing anyway, you are able to get there. So irrespective of the kind of background that you have, that's talking about visions right now. When you talk about background, you could divide into so many things. But don't let me take all the gist. Let's give room for JT and Adeshola. Let's hear what they have to say as well.
Good.
Okay, well, thank you very much, SJ. I do not say I want to beg to differ, but I'm going to break your sentence into 2. So one is, the question is, if the background actually determines the future.
And can you rise?
And can you rise? Now, the second one, if you can actually rise, I can agree to that you can rise. But you see, that determine. I want to break it to. As a poor man, it comes as an inspiration. People, motivational speaker will come forward and tell you that, oh, you rise from grass to grace and all that. That we know. But I'm going to speak from the realities of life. And that is, if you're coming from a very rich background, to some extent, it determines your future.
True.
They can't tell me from the son of Dangote now that it will not open doors for me.
Exactly.
What is going to take a poor man 100 miles? It's going to take him, God knows, 5 years. It will take somebody from a very rich background just few months.
True.
And it's there.
True.
So, how will you not tell me it doesn't determine the future? To some extent, I feel it determines the future. It's only easy for you to say it doesn't determine when you are poor, when you're coming from a poor background. If you're coming from a very rich background, to some extent, that family background will open doors for you. It will make things come easy for you.
True.
It makes people want to do business with you. Just your name could open doors. When people hear you're from a particular family, they want to interact with you, they want to do business with you. A name, household, it's a brand on its own. So to some extent, it determines your prosperity, it determins your future, it determines where you're going to get to. And I would like to hold on to that. But if it's coming from a poor background, of course, we want to encourage them and make them know that, fine, you can rise. But it's who is on the ground that can rise. Who is not on the ground? He does not need to rise. He's already up. Let's say the truth. When you rise, you rise.
Let's please. I know sugarcoat.
I have exceptions to what JC just said.
You know the thing about in Nigeria, we keep padding things. Don't let us. Please unpad this thing. Say it the way
it is.
It's not padding.
We're just padding it. Just for
Can I
people
chip
to
in
feel
something?
better. Yes.
Do you know one of the reasons why people go for private school that are quite expensive now? It's because they want their children to connect. That's the reality.
Sure.
So the reason why you're paying so much for school fees at times, it's not because you feel their school is the best.
Yeah.
It's because you're looking at the kind of people your
Yeah,
children is going to meet in that school.
Sure.
So the kind of friends you're going to build up for your kids right from childhood. Not conductors, not drivers. If you have those ones as friends, that can determine your future to some extent.
I know, right?
But if you have people, CEOs, their sons and all that, people that are business moguls, you can imagine what that will do, what kind of influence it's going to have on your kid. And of
More
course,
like our
turn around on the
exposure
family.
determines our reality, yeah?
That's it.
Okay, so in my own opinion, I don't think your background should determine your future. Because they've spoken from the perspective of a poor child and a privileged child. And we also know that sometimes poverty can push you. It can give you a drive that, I want to be successful, I want to be... And we've seen a lot of privileged children who they abuse the privilege. You see them, they don't even have purpose, some of them, because they feel like they get everything on a platter. And so, if you are not careful, your background may not determine your future. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as an individual, you need to be intentional. Because if your father is a billionaire, you need to work twice as hard to be able to achieve what your father has achieved. And if you are from a poor background, you still need to be determined that I want to rise above this background. So that's my take. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I think
Everybody
Adisha
has
just killed it right
Yeah,
there.
everybody has different
Oh,
opinions,
they
and I
kill it,
think
it's still alive.
we are all I
You
think
see,
we
they
are
don't
all
kill it, it's
right.
still alive. What
We
did
are
she
all
kill?
right in our opinions. But I want to ask you a question before I wrap this segment up and go to the second segment, actually. What is the rate of success for people that have a rough background to rise above? What is the rate? Because you mentioned you know one person. And sincerely, I want to believe he's not the only person you know in your area that time.
Yeah,
So if you have in your community, maybe you have 20 children or more, but you've been able to point to one. I don't know if that is the success rate of you.
No, that's not the success. That's not the actual success rate. Do you understand? And what I was only trying to point out is that for that person, his background did not determine where he was going to get. And remember when JT was talking, I said I have an exception to what he said. For somebody that has a very good background, maybe like Dangote's children that he pointed out, sometimes your family name can get you somewhere. So I key it to what Adeshola said. Like, for your family name can actually open a door for you, but can you sustain whatever door that name has opened for you? Come on, we have so many rich men kids or rich kids to say even on the streets. That when you ask them, when they tell you their family background, you are like, wow, so what are you doing on the streets? But at a point in their life, that's where intentionality comes in. Maybe because they were so spoiled, they take to maybe taking drugs and all of that, and before you know it, they find joy in the streets and they are back there, living the life of a poor man. So this is a quite interesting life issue topic that has different, that is so diversified. Do you understand? So we cannot nail it at a point. And now, going back to your question of the ratio, I can only say for whom I know, but I must tell you, so many, go and take the survey of people that are up there right now. When you interview people, they will tell you that I went through a lot. I was not born with a silver spoon. This is what happened to me, and today I have a success story. Do you understand? So that is my own perspective about it.
I put a percentage to it. I hear you.
Okay. Well, let's say 60 to 40.
The percentage.
What is the 60?
It's just like that.
What's the 60?
One out of.
What's
You said you
what's the
only know
60?
one. If you
What's
know
the
one out of so many.
What's
I
the
am
about
just saying word because that's what I know.
What's the 60?
I beg to differ. I mean,
What's the
it's
60?
not right to quote statistics when you don't have
I've
the right
the right
figures.
figures. Okay, yeah. Thanks
So,
for
I'm
saving me,
not
Adishola.
quoting statistics. I'm talking to her from my experience from whom and whom she has seen.
Oh, okay.
So I can ask you the same ratio. If your own is 70 success rate, good. It is your opinion. It is what you feel. So I'm asking her actually. And
Okay, I'll say 60 to 40.
60 is what?
That's not
More
realistic.
success.
That's not
No,
realistic.
no, no.
60 is what?
60 of maybe people with good background.
I don't like
rich
the maybe
background.
word because we are dealing with the ratio. 60 is what, please?
I just answered you.
Okay.
60 of JT's opinion.
Exactly. You were avoiding that.
and you caught me right there.
Yes. Because I'm listening to you. Anyway, thank you.
But I
thank
won't
you.
let that box me to a corner. My opinion is my opinion.
I know. That's fine. And this takes us to the second segment where we read letters from our viewers. So we have real life issues that leads to most of our topics that we treat. So let's go into it and read the letter. The letter goes, Dear Pankie, I'm 22 years old and the firstborn of 5 children. My father passed away when I was in SS2, that's secondary school. And my mother has been struggling ever since, selling provisions in front of our house. I couldn't continue school after secondary school because I had to start hustling to support the family. Most times I feel hopeless because my mates are graduating, while I'm here doing a menial job just to put food on the table. My siblings look up to me, but I feel empty and lost. How do I stay inspired when life feels unfair? Wow.
JT.
I think JT should go first.
No. No way. You are going to go first.
Why?
Because you are the riser above it all. Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
His father died while he was
Wow.
in secondary school. The mother has been, trying, but if you empty, said, but I feel empty. I feel empty and lost. So these are your people. So please encourage you. Said, how do I stay inspired when life feels unfair? Because that's why I'm pushing it to you, because I think you have something to say to inspire him.
Okay, dear writer, thank you for writing in. Like I said, I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not saying that if you're from a less privileged background, you find things easy, you find it rosy. Trust me, it's not easy. Like, the struggle is real. I mean, you have to go the extra miles to do things, and you are not privileged to some of the things that people are from the privileged family have. However, I'm so sorry for your situation, but when things happen to us, we cannot continue to dwell in self-pity. The fact that you are not educated does not mean you cannot be successful. I think maybe you should start with learning a skill, and the inspiration must come from within. That's the truth. Because do you want to continue in that state? I'm sure your answer is no. So you can start by learning a skill or something just to make yourself better. Just do the little you can in your capacity. Do you understand? Like, you don't have to force yourself to go to school if you cannot afford it right now. As long as you're alive, you can still go to school. So, but right now, just make do with the resources that you have available to you. Thank you.
Okay, good. But can we all agree that life is unfair?
Yes, life
Yes,
is
life is
unfair.
So
unfair.
it's going to
Yeah.
make
Life
your
is unfair.
decisions on this
Yeah,
better.
life is
You will not be
unfair.
feeling guilty. Life is unfair.
Life
So
is
let's
unfair.
stay
Life
on
is
that
unfair.
front. Okay, so
Okay.
let's continue.
Okay, well, I want to describe this situation first as you know what Yoruba call Ogundile?
Okay.
This is a sign of Ogundile. Because see, you can't live. It is not right for you to live your life for someone else. That has been the issue of Africans.
Exactly.
We prioritize somebody else before us, and we think we claim we love them. But your life is just wasting away. And at the end of the day, these people are going to come back and throw it to your face. And what have you done? You can't imagine forsaking your own education for someone else to get educated. Why should I not get educated and take care of you?
5 children.
Why should I let you be educated and come out to take care of me? Let me go to school and take care of you. See, I'm the firstborn. Then let me take care of you now. Why should I not give you the money to enjoy yourself only to come back and take care of me? No. So the question for this writer, I think the best thing, well, he has done something wrong already, but well, it's not too late. My advice to her is from this moment, she's listening to me right now. Okay, if he's listening to me right now, from this moment, he should prioritize himself first.
Okay.
Number one first.
Did that inspire him?
No. And that's when they begin
Because
to
he
think of
wants to
what
stay
he needs to
inspired.
do. So if he wants to inspire, like I agree with what Deshola said there. If he needs to get a skill, that's about thinking about yourself, prioritizing yourself. You've done enough for the family. It's now time for you to actually look up something for yourself. So if you want to get a skill, it's not late. You can get a skill and begin to live. But the most important thing is you need to put things right mentally, that it is now time for me to invest in myself. If you don't do that mentally, they will still come with their problems and you'll still be busy solving their problems. And time will just pass her by. I pray it's not too late for her. You see it's in now.
Hey, you say pass her by.
Passing by.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for that. That is actually like inspiring because I think I feel inspired from what you have said. But basically, do you have any what to say?
They've actually said it all.
You said it all.
Yes, except not to overflow. He just needs to get to love himself first. See, JT said, I said it. One of the problems we still have in Africa today is that mentality that as a first child or because you're in a family, you have to feel pain for everybody to gain.
Okay.
Now, because it's the first child, he has to take care of his younger. At what age? 22. This is somebody that has not even strengthened his own life. Do you get?
That's overburdened.
So that is overburdened even for that age. If he has lost his father, the mother should do extra work or whatever to make sure she puts her kids on track. It is not his duty as the first child. So the first thing is self-love. He's working, thank God, even if it is a manual job. But he needs to mentally love himself first. Then that way, whatever thing, even if he wants to get a skill and he's not happy, there's no how he's going to get to know that skill. He will just be doing it for fun till he wastes his time. So the first thing is working on his mental health. Then 2, let him just because definitely with the situation he can't get an education. But he might still do it if he has a regular job and he's doing part-time. But with all these other by the way baggages, I don't think that can fly. So the easiest way out is that skill thing. But he needs to be mentally okay to even get that skill. Then make use of it. So that's why I said we will only be overflogging. They've both said valid. What they said is actually valid, sincerely.
Oh, great. I actually like the way you elaborate on it. It still makes sense. It's going to understand it better. But what is our resolution on this for him? Just to still go out, he's not inspired to do anything.
Okay, so maybe I should take us back to why we are having this conversation in the first place. The topic is, can you rise above your background?
Yes.
So, in this case, don't be limited by your background, okay? Like I said, there are other things that you can do. I don't like the fact that you feel like you're a failure because you didn't go to school, your mates are in school. No. You have to make do with what you have. And the inspiration must come from within. The fact that you don't want to remain in that position, the position of lack is very bad. In fact, they used to say that being poor is very expensive.
It
It
is.
is actually very expensive. So that alone should inspire you to become a better person. So it must come from within, and you have to make do with what you have around you.
Thank you. Thank you all for that take. And my dear viewers, I do not have a contrary opinion or objection, but I want to tell you one thing. You're already inspired. Your brain is already telling you something, and it's the reason you wrote this letter to us, because something is already pointing. There's a pointer in you that is leading you to somewhere, and I think it's leading you to greatness, because you are now realizing that you want more for yourself. So I am telling you that you're already inspired. You just need to tap into it and make it a reality. So you already know you're tired. You already know life is unfair. So what do you do when life is unfair? How do you make yourself better? And that is the next step for you. I wish you all the best, and I hope we hear from you. Hoping that these inspire you to stay above and rise above your situation or anything that has happened to you, because life will forever be unfair. You have to take the bull by the horn. That pointer in you that is pointing you somewhere, you should take it and get better. We hope to read again from you. Oh, what do you?
Yeah,
What do you feel?
fantastic.
What do you feel?
For the first time, we did not disagree.
Oh my
I don't know if
goodness,
you
this
see
is,
after-
this is a
outside.
very sensitive
Yes, I
situation.
remember something about Nollywood.
Is not. This is very, very sensitive. Do you get? This is very, very sensitive. Like, I'm actually very emotional on his behalf, because I love children that are responsible, but they are taking advantage of
The
him.
job is being responsible.
You
That is
And
I know
maybe
what
the
is
mother
what it
does
is.
not know more. You know, sometimes when situation happens, you don't know what there's to do. So what they did at that point was to survive, and he just wanted to support the mother. But he has taken a toll on him, because it has lasted too long than it's supposed to be. And that's why I'm not faulting anybody. I'm not faulting the mother. I'm not faulting. I just need him to know that he's already inspired, and because something is talking to him. Because it is when something is talking to you, you start questioning your own reality, your existence, because you want to go somewhere, you want to be better. So I love that has started happening to him, that made him to write this, which means in a few
It's a step.
time, he's going to get there, and he's going to get better. So we should continue to stay inspired that way. And that takes us to the third segment, where we really, really inspire you with a quote that you should hold dear to your heart. So let's go. The inspire me section. I love this section a lot, because it can just resolve everything you're holding in your tummy. Like, whatever it is you've been struggling with, you can resolve it, because the quotes resonate with you all the time. If the situation aligns, like, if you can relate to the situation or the problem or whatever topic we are treating. So I really feel people should always hold on to hear this, and this is really good and very inspiring, so I must read. This says, your past is a place of reference, not residence. It should guide you, not define you.
I think I put my hands together for that. Well said.
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Very. Your past is a place of reference.
You don't need to dwell in it.
You don't need to do it. Exactly.
Pankie, one thing I always look forward to this segment, because it's usually he always wraps everything that we have
we've
been
never been
saying,
discussing, fighting
you know.
about
So,
this and that.
I think it's just very straightforward, very,
Very, very.
self-explanatory. Your past is just a place of reference. You will be at fault to continue to dwell in it.
Yes.
It is now on you.
It should
Because-
guide you.
Yes. So you have to be successful. Don't say because you are coming from a place. If you are not successful, it's on you. It is on you.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's not honest. Just like my introduction, like I said, that's your background shouldn't determine who you are. But you don't have a choice over your background. But then your future
You have a
is
choice to
your
turn it
sole
around.
responsibility. So
I think I
Beautiful.
really, really do love this episode. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It makes
Thank
me
you.
so happy when I'm with people that are intelligent,
Aww.
focused,
But I
Who's
told
forward
you.
focused.
But I told you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
So nice to have you guys. Yeah,
So
thank
nice,
you
and
so
I
much.
hope
Thank
to
you very
have
much
you
for
guys
having
us. Glad for having us.
again. I hope to have you
Yeah.
guys again
So
because look at the way we dissect all this thing, and it feels seamless, like it's easy. I'm sure it's going to feel better right now, and we'll be able to, move forward and move past whatever guilt, anything in his heart. I mean, this is beautiful.
I'm just hoping we get a feedback from him.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
I
looking
hope
forward
we
to
get a feedback from him. So, thank you, viewers. Thank you for staying tuned. Please do not forget to share, like and comment on our page. We have a page for Gist With Pankie on IG, Gist With Pankie on Twitter. And please tell your neighbors, your friends, your enemies, your frenemies, babies, children, everybody to subscribe to Gist With Pankie YouTube channel, because you can't keep this. Only you should not be enjoying this. All right.
Yeah.
Until another episode, I remain your host, Oluwatoyin Precious,
AKA
Pankie
Pankie.
of Gist With Pankie. Bye.
Bye.